There you are. There's your face.
That's all that matters.
There's your person.
Are
There's
you
my
red there?
face.
Are you red there?
Oh, no, but yes.
Sounds like a confident yes.
I'll never be ready. I'm tired.
Well, on that amazing note, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Average Blokes podcast.
Oh, man, I do look wrecked. Look at my face.
The show for us.
Ooh, yes.
And
Welcome, everybody.
that's why.
There we go. That's better.
You just had to shout it out, and now you feel 100% better.
Yeah, look, I look wrecked. I look absolutely... I didn't realise how bad I looked. Look at me, Jackson. I'm falling apart.
Yeah, I can see
This is a man.
This is why people don't watch us. They listen to us preferably.
This is what happens when a tradie works right before Christmas and everybody wants their jobs done.
My last day is Tuesday.
My last day is the day before Christmas.
Oh, well, that's your problem.
just like last year and the year before that. Don't get me wrong. I could have started my holidays early if I wanted.
Christmas is on a Monday.
Okay, I finish 3 days before Christmas.
Next Friday, then.
I finish next Friday. Is it Friday? I got a full week. I didn't know. I thought I was halfway through the week.
Good job, Troy. Job's really not
fine.
good at not forgetting to put in leave for certain holidays. It's like a good example was the Melbourne Cup, where he could have booked the Monday
No. I didn't want to.
No.
I didn't want to take an extra week off.
Is that so?
Or extra time, yeah.
That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie.
Well, I'm glad you found it. But it's not.
Oh, okay. All right, then, if you say so.
Legit, I could have taken... I thought about it, and I also thought about it during our Christmas party the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I was like... I even said to one of the guys, because he's taking an extra week off, I go, oh yeah, I would do that, but 2 weeks is too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after 2 weeks, I start to stay up late and sleep in and not do anything.
Mm-hmm. Are we becoming a coffee podcast, considering that's what we're both drinking right now?
Well, you sent me a message saying, I'll be good to go in 15 minutes because I need a coffee. And I was like, I actually could go for a coffee too. And I was supposed to save a little for Courtney.
I underestimate how long I was going to take.
Why don't you get a cup that you can actually hold with your fingers?
What are you talking about? I can hold it lock. So if I go like this, I can hold it there.
Can you do this? But can you do this?
Do I want to? Is that how you drink your coffee?
No, but it is how you can store them.
That's true. Good point.
Jackson, I'll have you know.
I drink my coffee.
That's how you get the last little bit out.
Yeah. Yes, that's also...
That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie.
Don't you drink your coffee like this? You hold it with the two fingers and you put your pinky out like a teacup, except you hold...
Yes, that's how I, an everyday coffee drinker, hold my cup to drink.
Well, at least you have a cup that has a handle and all that. A proper cup.
Yes.
Why have you got one with it? Why is it? What is that on it?
Well, it used to be
a reindeer.
No.
Oh, it's a Splatoon one.
Yes, correct. It used
you
to
want to know how I know that?
Because
I just love playing that game so much.
I mean, even the bottom's kind of... Look at the bottom. Hold on, that's upside down. Like, even the bottom's all ripped out because of the dishwasher.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, thank you, Lachlan, for this gift. It was 2018-19.
It lasted so long.
It's just dumb. I've just realised it says on the bottom, hand wash only.
Of course it says hand wash only.
Because of the
That's
print.
what mine would say if it wasn't a Kmart one.
Mm-hmm. Also, question.
But instead it has the cat.
Because I froth my milk. Is this disgusting that I put my fingers into the froth of milk and then go like this? Is that disgusting? Is it? Donne's on 100 plus.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up too. I was going to switch to this. This helps. This wakes me up. This keeps me hydrated. Do you want to know, Jackson? Let me ask you something. If I went like this, was that disgusting?
I mean, depending who you ask, I don't think it was that bad.
I've got to wash my hand.
Considering I had frothed milk on my fingers, not whatever you
How about if I do this, right? What if I go...
What if you did? Yeah, but the problem is with frothed milk, it stays down the bottom.
I feel disgusting doing that.
This is probably for those who drink coffee, who like me.
Get a bloody spoon!
That's true, actually. I forgot to get a spoon. That'd be a great idea. I didn't think that far.
Courtney, Jackson apparently froths his milk.
Yes.
So he dips his hand in. You should see her face.
That's a lie, that's a lie.
Oh, I'm gonna turn this off for a sec. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. I gotta turn camera. Where's the camera? We'll turn that off for now. Courtney, so what do you think of Jackson dipping his fingers in? She's actually. Oh, I'm gonna turn this back off for a sec.
Yes,
she's already feeling sick.
Courtney's
she's already
suffering
feeling
food
sick, Jackson.
Yeah,
and you made her worse.
It's the food poisoning. It's the crabs. Or as I called it the other day, the crayfish.
The crayfish.
Because it's a combination
crabs,
of the crabs and food poisoning.
How does that work?
Well, crab being a crustacean,
Is
food
it
poisoning.
freshwater crab?
That doesn't really matter. Any crab's edible.
I suppose crayfish can be like freshwater. Freshwater crays. Those are the ones I think about.
They're not as common, not as common, I think. But yeah, usually
not as common. Freshwater crays aren't as common.
Google.
As oh yeah, all right, yeah, sure. You just can't. You can get them almost in any river, but sure.
Yeah, no.
What did she say? You're too loud.
No, yeah, be quiet for 5 minutes.
Bad Jackson.
Yes.
You wake up Savannah.
No, well, Savannah's well and truly in bed.
I got a rash on my face, I think.
What was I going to say there? What something I was going to say?
Sweat and work rash.
No,
you were going to say something about you
crayfish.
licking your fingers about coffee and if it's disgusting or not.
The crayfish for some reason.
And the answer is yes, it is actually very disgusting.
You got me on.
It's okay to do it at home. That's fine. I do stuff like that at home, but don't do it when you're out with people.
Crayfish. You got me onto crayfish.
What do you want to know?
I want to know if they're more common in freshwater or saltwater.
I mean, there's more of them in saltwater.
Oh, well, there you go. Some
What's
species
the
are
answer?
found in brooks and streams where fresh water is running, while others thrive in swamps, ditches, and paddy fields. What the heck?
Yeah, they're known for fresh water, not yeah.
Oh, that's what lobsters are.
Yeah, lobsters are different to crayfish. Are there actually saltwater crays? There should be.
I thought there were, though.
So the problem, Jackson, is you said crayfish, but you thought lobster.
Yes.
That's a
Contrary to
rookie
lobsters
mistake
and rock
right there.
lobsters, crayfish are freshwater crustaceans that inhabit rivers. Well then, my whole life's been a lie.
What do you mean?
It's exactly what I mean.
What do you mean your whole life's been a lie? You thought crayfish were... I was going to go down to the pier and do some crayfishing.
No, because since, when I lived in West Australia, we used to get lobsters all the time.
Yep.
And go spearing for lobsters. And for some reason, I just always remember them being crayfish.
Well, you were wrong.
Obviously.
You know what I remember? When I was younger, I remember going to the creek to go fishing, and what you do is we'd have a yabby net or a crayfish net,
crayfish
or
pot,
lobster net, even a little pot, yeah, and have a bit of meat in there. And what you do is you drop it somewhere down or upstream, and then you'd walk further down or upstream, and then you do some fishing for a while, and then come back and check it. And then if it's not got any crays in it, well, then you go back, do some more fishing, or go back to campsite, and then you come back until you found some crays, until some crays are there. So, or you could tie a piece of
yabbies, yeah.
No, they're crayfish. You can get yabbies and you can get crayfish.
Yeah.
Yabbies are smaller.
Definitely.
But or you could tie it to a piece of string and throw that out into a nice shallow area. And when you found one, you get a net and you carefully scoop them up.
Okay, no, I'm getting confused.
Also, yeah, you get yabbies in there as well. You'd get crays and yabbies depending on what creek or what river you were at.
I thought for a second there's such thing as a king yabby, but I might be thinking of a different thing. King yabbies, I don't think they're a thing.
You're thinking of the Pokemon, Jackson.
King yabby Pokemon. You mean Corfish? Corfish.
No, what's the evolved form of the crab one from Gen 1?
Oh, Kingler.
Kingler. You're thinking of Kingler.
No, well, to be fair, Kingler is... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yes.
Yes. Highlights.
No, I was going to say small talk.
Yeah, well, highlights is small talk.
I suppose, yes.
Yes. My highlight was finding that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie. That was definitely one of the things of the week. Despite working I've never noticed that the thing comes up.
The what? The thing?
So when you did the clap,
it comes up with
with
a little clapping thing on the screen.
I don't know.
Didn't you know that?
I did not know that.
I don't know if that came up in my recording.
Probably not.
Should, but
probably didn't.
Doesn't matter. It'll come up on the screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's your highlight, finding It's a Lie
my
thing.
highlight was going to Mildura.
Sorry, can I interrupt your podcast for a quick purr break? There's a cat here that needs to be recorded.
Why does the cat need to be recorded?
Because it's a cat.
I'm not going to bring the mic over.
Troy, this is how we get the feels of all the pussy on that. We get the pussy.
Okay, yeah, sure. Alright, fine, I'll pick up the cat.
No, she won't keep purring.
What do you want me to do?
You can try.
Strangely,
I can't bring the mic over to the cat.
Strangely, can I go on this quick tangent about what saying pussy reminded me of?
What?
This is getting way off a tangent, but because I'll get to highlights eventually. This reminds me of the fact that Twitch recently allowed their artistic nudity to be a thing to stream.
Oh.
And
I was about to say, it better remind you of something to do with the pussy.
So for those who don't follow the Twitch stuff, they recently released guidelines to allow a genre of streaming called artistic nudity. Now, there's a lot of things here going on.
I got a friend of a friend's who would love that.
Yes,
because he does artistic nudity
photography. Yeah,
you know about that.
Yes, I do know about that. No, so for research purposes, I went and watched a few of these weird artistic nudity streamers, and I gotta say, it's the most pathetic thing ever. So imagine topless woman.
I don't know. I've seen your videos.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, continue.
Thanks. No, I don't want to tell you no.
I gotta have like a little wah 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 somewhere around here. Hold on.
Wow.
That hurt. No, so basically imagine just like a topless lady streaming like at a web camera. And it's at an angle where you don't see the nipples or areolas, but you see the big old chunky breasts cleavage. And then what's going
you see
on?
The person. So it's high. So it's like, hold on.
Like kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that.
Let's go a little bit. Let's see how. Yeah. There we go. Check out these.
So and then one of these.
I could be a new chit streamer. Check this out. You want to see something that's really? Just see a little.
No. No.
No, it's just maybe you just saw a little of my crack.
Possibly. No, so
give me a thumbs down.
These streamers are basically one of the channels I watched. Literally, she was just standing there topless doing her thing, and in the corner.
How do you even know she was topless?
Well, look, obviously, it looked like cleavage? Yeah, it was very obvious. In the corner of her stream display was a video game. I think it was it Mario Kart? I can't remember what game it was, but basically the gameplay that she was doing was like so small compared to the whole screen of what you were seeing.
Yep.
And you can literally see her eyes looking at a video of the game being played.
Wait, so she wasn't even playing the game?
Wasn't even playing, just a reaction.
Was she pretending to play?
I think so. I don't know, you couldn't tell because all you could see was this part here and like her arms over moving.
Oh.
So
that's weird.
And then but there was
it titled?
I can't remember what it was.
Like playing Mario Kart or playing this or playing that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so
and her first on the channel they said they had a command for her OnlyFans. So,
yeah, that's how you get them. You get them on Twitch and take them to your OnlyFans.
And this is the big dilemma, right, for Twitch. Well, I mean, it's not for a dilemma for Twitch, but it's for the safety of people who use Twitch. The lowest age allowed on Twitch is 13 or 12. You have to be a minimum of 12 or 13 years old to have a Twitch account.
Yeah, just like how you have to, yeah, okay.
And yeah, so here you've got these bare-breasted women just streaming themselves.
Jackson, I don't know if you know this, but you know porn sites. You know you can
Yes.
just click OK to being 18. And
Someone did a video on X posting saying, we just invented ChatterBait Lite.
What's Chatterbait? Oh, wait. I think I've got a rough idea, but you're going to need to explain to me what Chatterbait means.
Imagine Omegle. It was Omegle for R18.
Oh, okay. So I see. So it was Omegle, but basically everybody's.
It was the OnlyFans before OnlyFans, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
And what did they say they invented?
it's a new version of
Light.
ChatterBait Lite. Yeah.
Light. Of course. Oh my goodness.
But so yeah, and there was another one where there was a VTuber who had their character was all out of not wearing any clothes, and just standing there, fully exposed. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Twitch goes with this, because there's a lot of guidelines and stuff that must be kept in order. Otherwise, who knows what's going to appear on that channel, on that streaming platform.
I'm just imagining like a person who goes through the effort of pretending to play a video game.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand if someone's doing like, I don't know, it's a TV show and they're doing. I'll give you an example, because something that's fake, right? You know, Pimp My Ride.
Yes.
You know, the old car show Pimp My Ride, because it was always the whole thing was fake. The people never wanted those things, all that stuff. But they do the intro. But they do the little intro where the person's like, yeah, I'm a bit of a skateboarding dude myself, and it'd show him holding a skateboard.
My backstory is I work at a salver station, pump gas.
Yeah, but I'm just imagining this. They do it for someone who likes video games, and I say quotations because the person probably doesn't.
Mm.
But they're like, yeah, my favorite game is like, I love playing, like Mario Kart, and it shows him sitting there and he's like playing on the control and they've got Mario Kart on the screen. But instead of just playing the game, they've got a recording of it. It's almost more effort to get to recording when you can just plug something.
I don't know why with that show, but the one thing I remember, there was one build where there was a guy who was a skater. You might remember it too. But the one thing they add to the back pops out. No, it's the grind rail that pops at the back.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, yeah, there was two. There was one where it was a half pipe and one where it was the grind rail.
Yeah, probably. I just remember the grind rail. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. You could just go to a skate park and do that, but no.
Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty cool. 100% did. Yeah. But also, I did also think that's really cool, but also, you can find them everywhere. Yeah, Courtney won't stop. That's why I was holding the cup up earlier to stop her.
She wants to talk.
You want to talk?
Okay, let her talk.
If you have a little bit of coffee, you can talk.
What's that got to do with anything?
Thanks. It's empty.
So anyway,
you should make some. Because Courtney hasn't had a coffee since she's been sick.
No, of course.
It's been like, what is it, day 6 since you've had it? What are you doing to that cat?
She loves it.
Um, so
yeah, she does, surprisingly. Yep.
So back to highlights.
You guys.
So yeah, I went to Mildura this week, and I had 2 10 or 11-hour days in a row. And that was just my highlight. I guess. Oh, and the thing I was too, like when I was there on the first day, it was 40 degrees up there, and back here it was like 23 degrees. And it's just like, wow, it's a massive gap. It's like almost 20 degrees difference, but yeah, it was just ridiculous. Mildura is such a weird place. It's like being in Queensland, but it's in the middle of nowhere. Because it's just palm trees everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's the river, right next to the river. There. But they got these row of palm trees everywhere.
Wonder why. It's a weird place to have.
It is like, and it's mildy. Like the main thing that Mildura is for is because they grow fruit and mainly a lot of fruitful wines and stuff as well. That's also the big industry there. But yeah, it's such a weird place though, because I've been there many times before because I had relatives there. So, but yeah, it's just such a weird place. So yeah.
So is it weird mostly because of the palm trees, or because it's like Queensland? But
it's just, I don't know. It's just like you go to Mildura and you're like,
the people are staring at you, and like there's this one old guy, and then you swear he was holding a gun, but then you look the other second, it's actually a shovel. But you're wondering, why is he holding that shovel? And now you're confused for a different reason.
Is he planting something?
As you're driving past, he does that thing where he like follows you with his eyes, but then his head.
And then you never come back.
And then
Yeah. So anyway, Majua's a weird place. Like you go there and go like, what's this place meant to be? Is it meant to be like, tropical place, or is it meant to be industrial place, or like what are you? But anyway,
what are you?
what are you?
What are?
But anyway, so on the Monday night, I went to the RSL for dinner, and legit, I went up and ordered, and 5 minutes later it was ready. Like not even.
That's pretty good.
And I was at the bar getting a drink, and they walked up to me and said, "Oh, your order's at the table." And I'm like, "What?"
Did you order a Parma?
No, I ordered chicken breast schnitzel with salad and chips with both mushroom garlic sauce.
So you ordered a chicken schnitzel instead of a chicken Parma.
Yes, because I wanted a real schnitzel. I just wanted a schnitzel that tastes like a real schnitzel.
And so you went to the local pub.
Well, RSL is more than just a pub.
Oh, the RSL. That's right. Yes.
And
Mistake.
one thing I
Rookie
learned.
mistake. No, he went to the RSL. Yeah.
The one thing.
When we get a snitch.
God, he sounds like she's dying.
Heard the word.
No,
She is dying.
She
She's also patting the pussy.
One thing I learned about RSLs too is every 6 o'clock at night they turn off
Don't
the
worry.
lights.
It's not what you. It's not what you think.
I'm well aware of it's not what I think it is. So every 6 o'clock at night they turn off the lights and they have this little audio thing where they play like we will remember them, like they did this like they're falling down the sun. We will remember them. Because like I was getting ready to order and then they're like, oh no, they were just taking down the lights to do this thing, and then I'm like, oh okay.
Wait, so they were having a moment of silence?
Yeah, they do that every night. Apparently, at 6.
Every night. Wow.
Yeah, because it's
At what time? 11.
It's the retired service league. 6.
Yeah, at 6.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
So yeah, that was cool. They turn off all the lights, and all the lights that are on are in the kitchen.
What is the RSL?
It's the retired service
What is the
league.
RSL?
Yes,
Retired
correct.
service league. Yeah,
Retired serviceman league.
Yeah.
Retired service league.
Okay.
something like that. But yeah, so
Oh, there you go.
Retired service league.
yeah,
Cool,
really underrated place. Really good food.
Mm.
Probably a bit too like.
Alright.
I wish I wish the food didn't take that long. I wish it was a bit longer to serve, because then that way I could sit down and enjoy my drink.
Oh man, my food came. The service is too good.
It's too quick.
A bit disappointed. 3 star.
And one more.
Yeah,
note,
the service was actually a little bit too good.
yeah, that's it. And then like this one
You know,
part,
Jackson,
one
you can
thing I
sit down, enjoy your drink, and then eat.
yes, yeah, and one thing because like obviously it was still hot at 6 p.m. and then when I left it was 6:30, and when I walked out to leave, I was like, "Yep, still hot." And these older folk would walk in, and when they heard me say that, they had a big old laugh for some reason.
Sorry.
Because I walked out, so I walked out of the RSL, and I went, "Yep, still bloody hot." And then these older couple were walking in, and they heard me, and they had a big old laugh.
I see.
I don't know why, but yeah.
Yes, still. What, did you walk out, put your hand out and go,
Yes.
Yep, it's still hot.
Yeah. And one more highlight, I was at work at hospital, and this lady came into the elevator when I was going down, and I said to her, she's like, "Are you going down?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going down." And then she just instantly caught on to the fact that I was doing a Scottish accent, and that was the highlight of the day. That made my day so much better.
Oh, that's good.
That was great. It was just so fun to hear someone else do an accent.
Mm.
Anyway, enough about my highlights. Your highlights.
Yeah, my highlight. Yeah, work was shit.
Great.
No. I will admit I had a bit of an annoying week because our company does like jobs for a particular builder, and usually the guy who lives in the eastern suburbs does those jobs, but because his car's broken down, because unlike everyone else who's works for the company in our field, he has his own car. He doesn't have a company car.
Mm.
And the cool thing is with our cars, right? If they break down, right, we can just call up and get a rental. We don't have to pay for it. We get it within 24 hours. All that other stuff, or organize. It's very easy to organize. I worked out because of my car broke down the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he couldn't do that, so I was stuck having to do his jobs. And the annoying thing is, this guy doesn't do his job properly.
Mm-hmm.
He does a really crappy job. He doesn't work hard. Scratch that. He doesn't do the work he's supposed to do. He just says, "Oh, it's out of tolerance. It's got to go back to the concreters. Concreter's got to do it." So he tries to get the concreters to do his work, and it's starting to catch up on him. I got told the other day that one of the builders met him on site, and they checked this spot that he marked that he said was like 8 millimeters low.
Oh.
And the builder checks it and uses, and I even asked our manager, so the builder checked it with the straight edge and checked with a couple of chocks or something, like a couple of millimeter packers. And she goes, yeah. And he said it was like you couldn't fit a 5 mil. It was only 4 mil. But he was saying it was 8. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, of course he was saying it was 8 because he doesn't want to do the work. So long story short, this guy, I had to go back to all of his jobs. And because his marking up is wrong as well, the concreters are getting sick of him. So they're just filling the areas that he marks. And because he marks an area and says, yeah, you got to fill here, where it's perfectly level, the concreters see it and they fill in that spot. They go, all right, well, this guy clearly knows better than us. We'll just fill it. And then I come back and go, great, now I got to fill around the hump they've created because it takes too much effort to grind down because it's screed, not concrete.
Sounds like they're doubling.
So I've done 4 of his jobs this week, and one of them was in the northern suburbs. And so I finished 2 jobs that he'd sent back and that I had to do. And then they asked me to go to this other job all the way in the northern suburbs at 12 o'clock. So I had to go. It was a 40-minute drive from where I was. So I had to go there at 12 because he'd sent this job back. And I looked at it and I was like, this thing there's nothing wrong. Like, it's all within our tolerance. And it's also not that hard a job. It's going to take a couple of extra bags. But it took me maybe, I got there at like around 1 o'clock or just before 1. I finished at 3. So it took me 2 hours, and that was because I had to remark up the job to make sure his stuff was right, and then I had to wait an hour, roughly about an hour, because we had to figure out because there was a cabinet maker on site, and some of the cabinets that he was putting together were in the way of where I had to fill, and so I had to wait for him to do his job. So it only took me like an hour to do this job, hour and a half if you count the grinding, that he sent back. And the concreters hadn't even, like, nobody had come and, the concreters hadn't done any work there yet, thank goodness. And, yeah, I've had to do, this driving me insane.
Oh, well. Good to know.
I got told by people that, we'll get you to do them because he'll just send them back.
Fair enough.
And I'm like, well, you guys need to work this out. You need to have a chat with him, get him to, I'll show him how to do the job. Just somebody get out there. Help the poor man.
Fair enough.
I think the guy got spoiled because of where the area he used to work.
Oh, okay.
Like, he must have gotten the best jobs ever because they said he did a really good job. Like, he was a really good worker. And now that he's working in my area, I don't think he got lazy. I just think he got used to not having to do anything, basically. Used to not having to work, used to getting perfect house slabs, etc.
He got fed the silver spoon, but
got fed the silver spoon. I'm sitting there going, I want to work where this guy's working. Another guy's working there now, and he says, oh, yeah, no, the jobs have gotten really bad, but this guy is probably even worse than that guy.
Fair enough.
So,
right.
So,
you got to stop making your highlights work-related. But then again,
I can't help it. It's all I do.
Mine were too, so it's okay. I guess it's...
Says the guy, sorry, what was your highlight about?
Yeah, going to Mildura for work.
But
the pub was good.
What was the other highlight?
Scottish accent at work.
No, where was it?
At work.
Yeah, at the hospital. Yeah.
But it wasn't so much about work. It was something I encountered at work.
Hey, I go to work, I go home, and that's it. The other highlight is Courtney had today off, so...
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got to see my wife early.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Why is that? What do you mean you're welcome?
Because she took the day off to look after my daughter, which she didn't have happening.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. Yes, thank you, Jackson.
You're welcome.
Didn't you want to be with your wife at the most important part of her life when she's going to the hospital?
Yeah, well, Jackson.
No, it's
fine.
Yeah,
Jackson.
Well, you couldn't have lasted 5+ hours,
Jackson,
Courtney.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Jackson.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You didn't want it. You could have gone with your wife, but you didn't.
That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie.
I stand my ground.
What's a lie? What's a lie?
That I wanted to go. No, that I didn't want to go.
That you wanted to go.
It's a lie that I didn't want to go, but I had to stay look after Savannah because the fact that Courtney was under the weather because of her crabs. Yes. Anyway, Troy, it's time for that show where we do this.
Wow.
Who's
That was an interesting one. I'm glad you found another one of those and put it together. Is that like the what's the one that's
Mr. Mime?
fighting type? No, the fighting type one. The one that does like he's
No,
meant to be
it's
a
not
sumo wrestler.
Not Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan or Hariyama.
No,
it's not that.
no,
Not
Hariyama. That's the
It's
one.
not that. It's Gen 1. I'll play it again.
No, you don't need to. Please don't. Stop. Yeah, no, I got no idea.
Electabuzz.
When he's when he's fighting Magma,
Pikachu.
Magma.
He's
he's fighting Pikachu.
Yeah, it's in his first season.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Hey,
All right.
so do you want to go into your topic that you totally didn't research for?
Yeah, I can do that.
So what was it? Just out of
But before
curiosity?
that, Jackson, well done.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I've got one more if you want to hear it before I let you go on.
Sure. What
So-
is it, Courtney?
Earlier, like a lot earlier in your podcast, like 5 minutes in, you were talking about chat of Eagle, but nude. And I thought you were talking about chat room with chat GBT.
Oh,
ChatGPT.
I thought chat GBT was or an AI chat.
GPT.
Yeah.
Grand
Oh,
Prix.
nude chat.
No. The thingy Jackson mentioned that had a name. I thought it was an AI chat, not with real people.
Chatterbait?
Jackson, I don't know, but do you remember that first little AI fake commercial I sent you about the Chevy Sidewinder?
Oh no, not them. It just gives me nightmares because that is literally dystopia, which could happen.
Yeah, no, I got to show you. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, so Jackson, after I watched that video, right, about the AI video about the car that like moves sideways,
Yes.
like the wheels look sideways.
Yes.
I saw a YouTube video. I must have known of a car that an actual car that does that.
Oh.
It's like a Suzuki
yeah,
something,
no,
and the
yeah.
wheels actually
Go
turn.
90, yeah.
And you're actually able to the car can parallel park by just going
I know,
sideways.
I've seen that too. I think it's a Japanese car, actually.
Yeah, it was a Suzuki, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can't
But
remember.
I was like, oh no way, it's real. But I'll tell you the funny thing
Oh, no,
about
it's
the little
smaller.
the little AI fake ad.
It's
I just found it so funny because the guy's like, hold on, I got to play it to rehear it while it's here.
I'm a sidewinder. I am a spider. I am Spider-Man.
No, but the ad starts with like the narrator, and he's like, "It's time.
Oh,
We did it again."
my favorite part of that video was, I'm a sidewinder man. I'm a sidewinder man. I'm Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. No, but just the fact, the start of it with the guitar player, and he's like, "It's time. We did it again." Introducing the new Chevy Sidewinder. Doesn't conform to anything, not even the road.
Just a stupid video. All those
But
ones
there's
were.
something about the "it's time" and the way he goes, "We did it again," that just really gets to me.
That's fair.
But can you imagine? Could you imagine the wheels being able to like having cars on the road with wheels with almost 180-degree turning?
Kind of.
Obviously, well, actually, you could get 360 degree because you can get shopping carts do that. They have 360 degree turning.
That's true, but that's shopping car. But yeah, I don't know. There's no real use
No,
for them.
but the principle could be applied to a car.
I suppose
tire.
so. Yeah.
But obviously, you've got other issues like if you turn it too far, like the car will go backwards instead of it would go backwards instead of forwards and stuff. But if you can get 180 degrees, at least you can parallel park more easily.
suppose
Motorizing it.
it's only
Motorized what?
like the thing with those cars is that they're only good use for when you're in the cities and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, but when in the
That's-
future there's going to be a lot more cities.
well, probably, who knows?
But anyway, I'll finish that up. When I was just thinking of that because it reminded me of that.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you what the topic is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Good, because we're gonna have to fill in the gaps quite a bit with this since I didn't do research and you didn't really do research. But
Well-
it's a good thing. It's a good thing because
It's not rocks, is
it's
it?
very common knowledge that most people should know. Jackson, our topic for today, drum roll please, is trees. That's right. Here at Average Blokes,
So,
we wish to save the environment. And to do that, you need to plant more trees. That's not true. You need to plant more coral and seaweed.
yeah, that'll
Or
work.
seaweed.
Did you know
Because
that...
trees don't provide that much oxygen by comparison to the seas.
Just trying to think in my head how many there are. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, well, maybe 3. There's 3 tree Pokemon.
Yeah,
4.
Pseudo-Wudo.
No, Sudowoodo is a rock.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was a tree type.
No, you're right. No one would have known that.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't know about the elusive tree type Pokemon.
And I thought your topic was Christmas trees.
No, they're boring.
I don't know if you know this, Jackson, but there's heaps of tree type Pokemon. They're all grass type.
I mean, that is true. Like,
Anyway, today we're going to become dendrologists, Jackson. Do you know what
the
dendrology
study
is?
of trees.
It's the study of trees, from the Greek word dendro, meaning tree, and
The problem is, you question me that,
And
and it's
Logia.
like, gee, I wonder what it actually is going to be.
and there are many trees. There are many trees out there, Jackson. There's pine, spruce, larch, juniper, aspen,
Juniper tree is actually quite
hornbeam,
popular.
birch, adder,
Blossom
oak.
trees,
Who could
blossoms.
forget an oak? You can get pear trees, and I'm just naming out floorboards. Ash.
Banana trees, apple trees.
I'm definitely not looking at Wikipedia at the moment.
Pear trees. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I can do
What,
it
plant
now.
your pear tree?
No.
Maple.
So while your subject is...
Well, I know. Because of my vast knowledge of what? What was that?
She heard the plane go over and she perked up like 5 seconds before I heard it.
Okay.
This is definitely the Courtney
My
episode.
vast knowledge, because of my skills in RuneScape wood cutting, getting to 80 level 82, I happen to know quite a bit about oaks, trees, and maple trees,
I know oaks.
and especially yew
There's
trees.
Gary oak.
Is that all?
It's
What
about
about
it.
the professor?
I know there's a horse race called the Oaks.
Oh, yeah. I know maple's a flavour.
Goes well on pancakes.
I especially know about gum trees. Very
Oh, yeah.
very chewy.
Very true. Gum trees. No relation to the bubblegum trees.
No, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, definitely. Nah, it's mid. It gives you breath. It gives you breath of eucalyptus freshness. You know what I find funny, right? I like the eucalyptus lollies and like flavor and that from eucalyptus. You know how they extract the flavor from trees and make it edible
Yeah.
for people.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love for there to be somehow a version of syrup, but eucalyptus syrup, like
Mhm.
maple syrup. I'd love it
Okay.
if they had like that. Could you imagine that in a concentrated flavor?
That would be nice.
Called eucalyptus
Mm.
oil.
What was that, Courtney?
It's called eucalyptus oil.
Yeah, but tree sap, like a sap version, like a maple syrup, like a eucalyptus syrup. Because you can get like
You want eucalyptus alcohol.
I mean, if it's drinkable, yes, but I know you can get it non-drinkable version.
I actually can't believe we're doing
What
a
I
tree
want-
episode.
What I want is a Jack Daniel's eucalyptus
Oh, now you're
flavored.
talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a Canadian Club guy, but that's fine.
Hey, Canadian Club Dry is the closest thing you're going to get to eucalyptus flavored. But yes, but the thing about trees, Jackson, is they're plants. Plants grow. Now, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here off the top of my head. Why are trees green, Jackson? Why
Well,
do their
'cause-
leaves turn
well,
green?
Because that's
Basic science for you here.
photosynthesis.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you're not right either.
Why are they green? Because they are? Because they're blue.
What is this? Courtney just handed me this big book.
About
Probably
trees.
a book on trees. Biology of plants. Here
Troy,
we go.
Troy, if you got the biggest tree,
Yes, what?
the country.
Tree of life. I don't like the country. Bit of an asshole.
No, it made me laugh more than I thought it was going to.
This is like the Encyclopedia of Plants. Molecular composition of plant cells. Here we go. It's chapter 2. This is what you want, Jackson.
Go on.
Alright, let's see. Elements. Carbohydrates. Organic molecules. Let's move on further. Where is it? Hydration synthesis.
Troy, you didn't tell me why trees are green.
Dihydrolysis. I'm about to get to that, Jackson.
Please
Give me a
do.
minute, I gotta find it.
I'm on the edge of
I
my
already know the answer, but I kind of want to find it on this now.
Troy, I'm on the edge of my seat. Trust me.
All right, trees are green because of the chlorophyll in them. Why did you just Courtney go? I don't want gum leaves.
Did she go outside and just pour some
She's
leaves?
just gone out and given me a bunch of gum leaves. Oh, you think it's funny, do you? Anyway, Jackson, they're green because of the chlorophyll. Because inside these leaves, there's little tiny cells, and the cell wall's made from chlorophyll, which is a green color. Now, that's why they're green. I can't remember specifically why they're green in color as opposed to a different color, but it's somewhere here. I should know, but why is chlorophyll green, Courtney? feel like I'm doing year 11
disservice.
year 11 biology all over again. Year 9 biology. Actually, it was all the same at that point. You could have taught me both, and I would have worked it out. Cellulose, here we go. Resembles starch in consistency, glucose monocyte linkage. No, I don't want to know about the linkage between the cells. I want to know why it's green.
This is going to be a great episode. I can just tell.
Here we go. I found cellulose. Figure 2.5. Where's figure 2.5? Like looking at this book here. Anyway,
can I tell you about something groundbreaking I discovered the other day? Troy?
Yeah, what?
So
before that, fun fact, Jackson.
Go on.
In half of all organic carbon in the living world is contained in cellulose. So almost half of the organic world has got that's why half the world's green.
Thanks, great to know.
Cellulose
so I discovered something crazy, quote unquote crazy recently. Okay. You know the artist Seal?
I know Seal, yes.
The artist Seal.
I didn't know Seal until a couple of years ago. But
so apparently,
there's
a thing saying that he's actually just a front man of a bunch of seals, and so he's just singing on behalf of a bunch of seals.
On behalf of the seals.
Yeah. So you know the song "Kiss from a Rose."
Mm-hmm.
There's recently there was a video circling around where it's actually a music video of seals singing Seal's song "Kiss from a Rose," and I happen to have the audio clip here. And yeah, you. No,
I don't want to hear. Oh.
Well, it's very quiet.
Yes. That's what I expect.
So yeah, I think that's pretty damning evidence right there that was.
Here we go. I got one for you, Jackson. Ah, that's perfect. She found the biology too. Here we go. Hyman's Biology 2, 4th edition enhanced VCE units 3 and 4. But before this is so much easier to read than the other one. Before I get to that, Jackson, what song is this that the seals are singing?
In the end, it doesn't even matter. It's Linkin Park.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Doesn't work because it's bloody. It doesn't work because it's not Seal Park.
Here we go. Getting glucose, getting fat. Photosynthesis. Why is it green?
This is gonna be the worst. Why is it green?
Why is glucose green?
Glucose? You talk about the sugars?
It's chloroplasts. Yeah.
Warning, do your own research before listening to this episode.
I mean, I might not be accurate here. I'm leading off the top of the book. All I want to know is why it's green. You know what? I'm done. I'm just going to Google it.
That's a great... You should have done that in the first place.
I mean, I thought I knew, to be honest.
Yes.
It's because it's going to say chlorophyll, but I hope it's just chlorophyll.
I mean, this is your topic, but do you have a favorite tree?
This is your
topic, but do you have a favorite tree?
Yes.
You have a favorite tree?
That's right, I do have a favorite tree.
What's your favorite tree?
My tree.
Country?
No, I don't really have a favorite tree.
You don't have a favorite? Mine's easy. Mine's a fern tree.
A fern tree? I'd have to say, if I had a favorite tree, it would be a coconut tree, but I don't have a coconut tree, and I haven't really seen one in a while. So I only saw one in Queensland months ago, and it was unfortunate because it wasn't a proper coconut tree. They took away all the coconuts.
Gotcha.
For safety reasons, but
Safety reasons.
I do like lemon trees. But they can be a bit of a prick.
So you know how I was driving home from Mildred the other day, and you rang me, and we had a long, good old chat. I was driving through some funny towns. I don't know if you remember, but I drove through a town called Teddy Waddy. So I went on to a website that lists every Victorian town place. There's apparently a place called The Basin.
I know about the Basin.
There's a place called The Gap.
I also know the Gap.
There's a place called The Heart.
It's great news people. The Gap.
There's a place called The Heart.
The Heart. Wait, of what?
I don't know. It just says The Heart. There's a place called The Patch, which I've been to, and there's a place called The Sisters.
Oh my goodness, it's called The Sisters.
There's also a place I drove through which we debated about how it's pronounced, but it was White Proof, which I thought was a witch proof because I thought that was funny. There's a little known suburb in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne called Tally Ho. I don't know why it's called Tally Ho though, and what kind of area it covers. But there's some really tiny suburbs in Melbourne that just really make no sense, such as Tally Ho. Other weird place names we have here in Melbourne. We have lots of... Oh, there's Speed. I forgot about Speed. Speed was renamed to Speed Kills back in 2015.
Was it really
Yes.
renamed that? That's
Yes.
brilliant.
It was named for obviously the road safety committee people in Victoria. Sea Lake. This is the one I drove this place to last week on the way to Mildura.
Jackson.
What?
Yep. No, continue.
There's a place called Sea Lake. Sea Lake. And it's in the middle of nowhere. And
No sea or lake there.
but it's just covered. It's like the closest lake is about 10 k's away, and it's just a salt farm. I kid you not. You can't even drive to it because of the fact that it's it's privatized. There's a place called Safety Beach, and I want to know if people have died at Safety Beach.
Don't you know about Safety Beach?
How do I not know about Safety Beach?
I've told you about Safety Beach multiple times. I know exactly where that is. It's right next to Sheepwrecked Beach. Sheepwrecked Beach. Sheepwrecked Beach. Sheepwrecked Beach, thank you. Yep, Shipwrecked. It's right next to Shewrecked Beach.
There's a place called Rimney Reef. It sounds like some of the list was trying to say chimney, but Rimney.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to interrupt you for a second and just say, Jackson.
Yes.
So I couldn't find why plants are green by searching why are plants green, because obviously it says plants are green because of chlorophyll, which is what I said earlier. Well, I said chloroplast, but I meant chlorophyll. The reason why leaves are green, or tree leaves are green, and plants in general, is because when the sun hits it, right, it absorbs the red and blue lights from the spectrum and from the light spectrum, the energy essentially, and leaves the rest of the colors there. And that's why it's green.
Gotcha.
Or the wavelengths. Because because I don't know if you know this, but light is every single color.
Yes, UV rays and
The
stuff
light
as
spectrum.
well.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
The UV rays are part of the light spectrum. I actually watched a video about this literally today.
So you did do research.
Well,
Sort of.
this was I watched an anime. You've seen animator versus animation, right?
Yes, I think so.
The guy did two videos. One was about maths, and the other one was about physics. And the physics one is a real, like, if you, if I were to suggest to people, and I'm not suggesting this, but if you were going to get high at some point, definitely watch the physics animator versus physics video when you're high. It'd be such a trip.
Be a good ride.
Because the guy does a brilliant way of like explaining like the physics of things. But in one of the in one part of it, the character's got a torch and it turns on and it actually shows the wavelengths of light, and he's able to change it to the ultraviolet to all the way to X-ray. And what was it? I'm trying to think of the reverse. There was the ultraviolet spectrum, which is really the wavelengths are really close together. And then I think it was ultraviolet. And then it had the reverse when they were infrared was the reverse, where they're super far apart.
Okay. Right.
And in case you didn't know, I think light, like the general light, wavelengths is right in the middle.
Gotcha. Other name places in Victoria, Rainbow.
Jackson, stop talking about name places. We're talking about trees.
Poo Wong.
Poo Wong.
Yep.
They definitely got that one wrong.
This one is, I don't know, it's called Plenty, but Plenty what? I'm sure there's meant to be more there. Plenty.
Get off your phone, Jackson.
Plenty. Fine, I'll go back to that later. What does your wife book have there? What does she has? She has a big old book. Can
you see it?
No, I did originally.
Which one? Which book? You talking about Campbell Biology here? This big, massive friggin' book? Or maybe Biology 2? Or maybe...
Hey, Troy,
this one doesn't have a cover on it,
Troy,
but it says Raven Biology of Plants.
Can you do me a favour? Just open one of them books and read a portion.
You want me to... Alright, done. Which one should I open up? The
Story time with Troy.
The normal one or the high school one?
High school one.
Done. Oh, this is actually full biology, so it's actually not just plants.
No.
So should I open to a plant section or...
Random page. The first page you open to.
All right, here we go. I'm at a random page.
First paragraph you see.
All right. Non-specific... Chapter 8.3. Non-specific defenses. Physical and chemical external barriers. In humans, the first line of defense is the outer physical barriers of the external surface. Figure 8.8. Each of which can prevent entry to the body. These include keratinized, aka toughened skin, mucus-secreting membranes such as nose and mouth, that traps invading mucus, and ciliated... I remember why I hated biology. Ciliated membranes, those lining in the airways, that sweeps foreign bodies away indiscriminately.
Indiscriminately, okay.
Yes. Shall I turn to something else?
Here's your figure.
Hmm?
That's the figure you want.
Oh, yeah, that is it. So how does it leave the green but keep the rest? How does it take away the
Absorbs everything.
Yeah, but so it absorbs the colours or the spectrum?
Yeah, and then the one it reflects is on the sea.
It's very confusing. It doesn't make sense. Why does it not absorb all of it?
I found some tree related stuff that you might want to...
No. Here we go. Here's something good.
I said one paragraph, not a whole page.
Here we go. No, I've switched to a different page, so it's a completely different topic. Well, it's not completely, but it's still... Transcription, reading of the genetic code. The first stage of gene expression involves transcription, which is rewriting or copying information from the DNA to the ribonic nucleic acid, aka RNA. The synthesis of RNA is complementary to the sequence of a strand of DNA. Complementary, yes. Template strand. I feel like I'm having flashbacks to like year 11 biology and the teacher going, all right, Troy, if you could just read paragraph 2. And I'm sitting there going, I used to dread that. The teacher would get each of us to read like one paragraph or one line, and it was like it's like the end was coming. I could see this person's reading, then this person, that person, and I'm like struggling to follow along. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get to where was here, and then I gotta like, oh yeah, I was at here, and then finally, and the person next to me would just look at me like, are you gonna start reading, Troy? And I'm like, let me catch up to you, and I'd butcher the whole thing. Anyway, where was I? Strand of the DNA. An important RNA molecule produced during transcription is called messenger RNA or mRNA. I remember that. Because the molecule functions as a messenger carrying a copy of the code into the cytoplasm. I got that word right. The RNA is similar in structure to the DNA. It is composed of many nucleotide units, each consisting of a sugar, yummy, ribosome instead of a deoxyribonucleic sugar in the DNA, so it's a slightly different sugar to the DNA sugar. The bases of a... Oh, hold on a second. Did I skip? I did skip. Phosphate group.
That's helpful.
DNA, here we go. A phosphate group and a nitrogen-containing base. The base, adrenaline... No, that's not adrenaline. Adrenine. Sorry, adrenine and guanine. Oh, God, I hate biology.
QAnon.
It's Guanine.
Oh, so
Guanine.
not
Guanine?
not
Guanine.
QAnon.
Cytosine and cytosine are the same as in DNA, but the fourth base in RNA is uracil,
Cool.
aka U.
That's a lie, that's a lie.
Rather than the thyramine. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go. I got a better story to read.
Bug's Life. Is there any trees in Bug's Life?
Oh my goodness! Yes, there are. Oh, this
Okay.
is so much. Oh,
Troy.
it's still a lot of words.
Sid, I'm gonna get you so excited about this fact that you're gonna
Yep.
cream in your pants. The oldest living tree in Australia is the Huon pine,
Oh yeah. Oh,
and is one of the oldest living organisms on Earth. Not orgasms, but the longest living
it's the
organism.
longest living organs on Earth. Oh.
Individuals have been known to reach an age of 3,000 years.
Wow.
Fossil records from a tree found in a boggy area in the southwest of Tassie were dated at 3,462 years ago. Only the bristle cone pine in North America exceeds its age.
All right. Cool.
There you go.
That's
So if that doesn't rock your socks off,
Wow.
okay. Well, in that case.
Am I glad he's frozen in there and that we're out here?
That's a lie, that's a lie.
Oh. Oh, that was painful.
we've nailed it. We've absolutely nailed it. Well done. Go us.
No,
Look at us.
the moment I started reading that biology textbook, I was like, "Oh God, oh high
We're
school."
done.
Oh,
Flashbacks.
hey, I remember this from like 11 years ago.
What's wrong with high school? You met your wife there.
Ah, yes,
I think I found my new favourite Victorian place. It's
Oh
called
no, what is it?
Nungurna.
Are you sure it's not Nanagoon?
No, Nungorna. Like
Nah,
Nagorn.
Nanagoon.
Yeah, Nagoon.
That road's currently closed.
You know what my favorite place in did you say Victoria or Australia?
Victoria.
You know what my favorite place in Victoria is called?
No, yeah, Nagoon.
No, it's Garfield.
Oh, God.
It hates Mondays.
Hates my face.
Can we go into... I know there was Bunyip.
Bunyip's pretty great too, yeah.
Garfield has a theme.
They're both next to each other. They like to hang out, Bunyip and Garfield.
Shout out to Mountain Gate. That
Bunyip
deserves
has
a
great
mention.
show.
Mm-hmm. Where's the gate and where's the mountain?
There's a lot of mountains in Victoria. Damn,
Yes.
I didn't realise.
What's your favourite place in South Australia, though, Jake?
Cleve. Oh, I want to
Yeah,
say
you
Cleve.
Oh, yeah?
'cause it was so
Because you
low-key.
cut it all up.
Huh? Cleaver. Huh.
Cleve doesn't count. You like that's where you live for years.
So outside the places
You
I
can't
lived,
choose the place like that. That's like me going, yeah, my favourite place was Belgrave.
That's Pembroke.
okay, Arno Bay. I didn't live there, but you know,
Arno Bay.
Arno Bay.
No,
Bay.
no, gay.
Yeah, no, keep working on it. I know it was nice. It had lots of trees. It had a nice caravan park right next to the beach and lots of big trees.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like the shady part of town.
No, it was nice. Like, cause you hear
No. The old folk had gave me a bag of something, and they gave me $50 to go give it to some other bloke. I didn't know what was in the bag. I just knew it was white.
Yeah, that's how that worked.
And the old lovely couple in the caravan park used to give me some flour to deliver. That was my first part-time job.
This is interesting. I didn't know there was a place called Lock Sport. So, like, as in
Loch
Loch Ness, Loch Sport. Is that where they play the sport?
So it's
CH.
CH, yes.
Loch Sport.
Loch Sport. You know, I came across the YouTube channel just today. I don't think I'll subscribe. I'm not really interested in it. I don't really like it. It's kind of funny because ages ago I tried looking for like interesting Australian Let's Players, and I couldn't find any. And the only one I found was that laser beam guy.
Yes.
And I didn't find him really that entertaining. He was just a typical Fortnite guy.
Yes, correct.
But it made me realise a lot of Australian YouTubers tend to play on being Australian quite heavily.
Yes.
And I came across these guys today called, you'll love this, one of them's called Jackson, and the other one's called Lachlan.
Oh, really? That's good.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny because we know a lot, because you're Jackson and we know a Lachlan. But I think this guy's Jackson was spelled with an X.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
The accent.
They're called the Barnley Brothers, Fairley Brothers, Banley Brothers, or something.
There's a place near Ballarat called Italian Gully. What's so Italian about it?
Oh, you don't want to go down that road.
You don't want to go down that road.
You don't want to go down that road.
That's a weird one.
Italian Gully.
It's near Ballarat. Where a place, and Ballarat again is another place with lots of trees.
Yes.
I'm trying to make it relevant towards your topic here of trees.
Okay, so I was actually supposed to originally do research on it. I was supposed to do it yesterday, just a little bit, just enough to follow stuff, but I've just been that tired from work lately. I could not be bothered. I almost didn't want to do the episode today, to be honest.
Whoa.
I was like, oh, I'm tired.
Have you heard of Great Western?
Great Western? I've heard of their food. Great Western food.
There's actually a place called Great Western, though. It's really weird. Because
Where?
whole... You won't believe it.
Is it to the west?
It's to the west, but it's not the westest place.
What?
There's
it's
more
not
places
the Great
in
Western?
Victoria that's further west than that.
How west are we going?
Past Ararat. But before Neil and that. But
Wait, can you say that again?
Neil.
No, the whole thing. Past
Neil.
say past Ararat.
Past Ararat before Neil.
Is that it? Before Neil? You said
Yes.
something else.
No.
Ararat just before Neil.
Yeah, you said past Ararat just before Neil. Ararat just before Neil.
Ararat.
Yeah, past Ararat
No.
just before Neil. Yeah, Ararat.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a place
That's what I said the first time.
The thing is, okay, the reason why I bring that up is
Just
'cause
before Neil. So
there's a-
just before zero.
there's a place called Great Northern and Great Southern. I've never heard of
Yeah.
those two. Where the heck is Great
Where do you think
Northern?
the beer came from?
Great Northern's gold mining facility. Oh, locality. Near Ruther Glen.
I see.
So where's Great Southern then?
I don't know. South.
A former gold... I'm okay.
There's
It's
nowhere to go south. Actually.
Great Northern, Great Southern are next to each other, basically. But there were mining places back in the day.
That's why they were called the Great Northern and Great Southern, because you go to
Yeah.
the Great Northern Mine. Wait a sec. I've heard of the Great Northern Mine.
Yeah, it's a mining facility, like locality, sorry.
Yeah. I've never heard of the Great Southern Mine. Have you?
You know how you can't, Troy, you can't trust a man with two first names?
Yep.
Could you trust Glengarry?
Oh. No.
That's a good one. Oh yeah, there's Garfield. What else is there?
Sorry, I know a guy who's got a very similar name to Glengarry.
There's a place
It
called
isn't quite Glengarry, it's more like Gary Glenn.
There's a place called Forest.
No. Sally's, don't say the name, but Sally's son.
Troy, there's a place called Forest. There's a place called Forest.
Black Forest.
No,
There's
just
a place
Forest.
called Black Forest.
Oh, is it? Oh.
There's a place called Blackwood.
Blackwood, sorry, yes. I meant Blackwood. And you know the funny thing?
And Blackburn.
Wood's not that black.
Blackburn.
We've got El Dorado. What the heck are we? I thought we were in Victoria, not bloody...
Yeah, it's a gold mining town.
El Dorado. Oh, it is too. What were we thinking? What was Victoria thinking of all these dumb names?
Why do you think they called it El Dorado, Jackson?
Because I don't know how to spell El Dorado.
No, because El Dorado is the city of gold.
There's a place called Eagle Hawk. Again.
All right, I'm done. I'm finished. Stop.
All right,
you
fine.
ruined my trees topic, Jackson. You didn't talk about trees at all
True,
this whole episode.
you ruined your tree episode.
Hey, I was trying to get you to join conversation, and I got distracted by why leaves
That's
are
a
green.
lie, that's a lie, that's a lie.
Shall I get our cherries that we grew on our cherry tree?
Wow.
We've got cherries. Not from a cherry tree, though. Oh, yeah, congrats on growing
Okay.
cherries, though.
Thank you. We got
How long? How long have you been
6 of them?
growing? Was that the one that in the net?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's my favourite tree.
Did I see? I can't remember if I saw any cherries when I
My
was over
favourite
there
tree at the
recently.
moment is the cherry tree because it's the only tree that's given me something back.
Oh, passion fruits will grow crazy. Don't worry.
Yeah, if they actually take off. One of them's just not going to grow, I can
Yeah.
already tell. And the other one's sort of slowly getting there, but every new leaf it grows, it gets a hole.
Is passion
In the
fruit
leaf.
a tree or is it a tree vine?
It's a vine. It's not a tree at all. It's just a
Okay.
vine. What was that, Courtney? Yeah, it's a passion fruit, Jackson. Not a passion tree.
He's got a passion about this fruit.
Yes, I happen to know a lot about passion.
Yeah, well, I got a
Passionate man.
blood plum tree, which is
A little
doing
bit
great
fruity
things.
while I'm at it.
Blood,
A blood plum. Yeah,
A blood plum.
your blood plums are ridiculous.
blood plums is such a stupid thing because I always say blood plums too.
There's so many of them growing on your trees.
Yes, it's ridiculous. You want some blood plums? Actually, no, don't, because we need them.
Yeah, sure.
No, you can't have them.
You're not going to eat them.
Probably
Your
not.
wife's certainly not going to eat them.
Not yet.
She's going to eat them.
She'll eat them after.
She won't eat them. She won't eat them. They'll go off.
Go off. They'll fall off.
They'll fall off. They'll
They'll
disappear.
fall off. They'll go.
The
pew.
birds will get them. The birds will get them.
Birds will kill 'em. Those bloody birds. Yes. Well, I mean, if, trees, you know what? Shout out to trees because they don't get enough love and respect.
That's right. Trees.
So-
trees. Go hug a tree out there.
Actually, go hug a tree.
Hmm.
It might make your day, or the tree's day. Don't know.
Yes. Trees have feelings too.
I wonder if anyone's married a tree.
Yeah, people have married trees, Jackson.
Okay.
That's a thing that people have done.
Okay, that's two.
I'd like. Let me put it this way, Jackson. Name something.
Chandelier.
Someone has married a chandelier.
They have.
Right.
I know
Try
about
again.
it.
Try again.
Toaster.
Someone has definitely married a toaster. That's kind of obvious.
Oh!
There's enough toasters out there for everyone. There are plenty of toasters in the sea. There probably are. One more time. Come on, give me something.
A car. Yes,
I'll
someone
help
has
you out.
definitely
Instead
married
of
a car.
toaster, we have coaster.
Coaster. It's not married a coaster.
Jackson, people have sex with their cars. Do you think they're?
Yes, I've
they're
seen
not
that.
going to marry them too?
I saw the Channel 9 video. It was 60
right.
minutes.
Why your show has an explicit
That's right.
rating.
I saw that YouTube video. Try again. Name something.
This podcast.
That's good. That's a good one.
Thank
no,
you.
No one has married this podcast.
That we know of.
Well done. You've
That
actually
we
found
know
something.
of.
No, odds are nobody, out of all the people, nobody's married the podcast. But that doesn't really count because the podcast is not an actual physical object.
The
It's,
podcast is
more
two people who are married.
it's more of a concept.
But you can
No,
still
it's
get
not.
you
That's
can
weird.
still get a certificate with it though.
Ugh.
No,
you can still-
I'm married to you and Jackson's married to his wife.
I mean, there are two people on the podcast who are married.
That's right.
What were you saying, Jackson?
I was gonna say they probably could marry our podcast considering all they need is a certificate to acknowledge that technically. Although
Well,
it's a-
I now own. I know. I now
Actually,
have
hold
all
on.
the rights.
Troy,
to
this
the
is
podcast.
important. This is important. I do. There we go.
I don't. I don't. So
Oh, in that
can't.
case, stop the wedding.
that
we've-
one person's like, but why?
We love each other.
I thought the Average Blokes podcast loved me.
Betray your one faithful.
Betrayer.
I object.
Oh god, it's gonna be a cruel. It's probably already happening. It's probably already happened, but it's gonna be a wacky world when people start marrying what's that? Non-physical beings.
Inanimate
Or
object.
Not,
Inanimate.
No, not inanimate. What's the concepts?
Oh.
When someone starts marrying the concept, who are you married to? I'm married to love. Love and I are married. Everybody loves to marry love.
I'm married to
Oh yeah, I'm married to sound.
I'm married to breathing.
I'm married to breathing. No, to air.
Oh, to air. Sorry.
I just realised I can't live without it.
I just can't. Damn it.
So stupid.
What else is a concept that's popular?
A popular
For
concept.
some reason, VTuber came to mind, but that doesn't really work.
I'm married to a VTuber. I'm married to VTubing.
Yeah.
Really brings a whole. I mean, the concept, where people are like, you're married to your work. Like it's already kind of a thing to describe something that way. So you give.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because you don't have a life outside work. You're just stuck with it.
That's
I
true.
guess.
That's true. That's true. Yes, people who are married to their work. That's right.
Poor blokes, poor bastards.
Yeah. Do you know the difference between someone who works a lot and someone who's married to their work?
A workaholic. You mean like?
Yeah. Well, the difference between someone who's married to their work and a workaholic, I guess. So someone who's married to their work focuses only on their work and is passionate about it. A workaholic just works a lot.
Yeah, overtime.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's what Christmas is for. The big break's coming up, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hug all the trees.
The big 2 weeks for me. I could have taken more, but I'd rather take a week off halfway through the year, to be honest.
Do you think we'll do another episode before Christmas, or?
Maybe. Do we want to end the episode now if you're going to say that?
Probably.
I'm done. We may or may not come back.
That reminds me, I was listening to The Chaser recently, and they were getting ready to sign off for the year, and they were like, but before we go, we want to announce some exciting changes coming to the next year's format. And they're like, be less excited, be more disappointed, to absolutely no minimal changes coming to the show.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. I like they could sit because be serious enough to see how unpopular their shows are, how crap it is, yet they do very well.
Wait, how crap their show is?
They think they self-deprecate themselves because they think the show they don't think the show's worth that much, but people listen to it.
It isn't. It's worthless.
It's funny though. It's good.
Wait, I'm confused. Is this like the Chasers, their not Spotify? Is this the show that they did ages ago, or is this something else?
Where? Excuse for
Hold
that.
on.
Got it.
Gonna make a mess.
That was me slapping Courtney.
Yeah, I thought so.
Six it out.
Yeah, so for those who aren't Australian or British or whatever, don't know what 6
No
is,
worries,
so
mate. You'll be right.
shit, right.
That's my favourite one.
What was I gonna say?
She'll be right.
I've been looking for this for all the bloody flies.
What was I gonna
Where
say?
was it?
On top of the bookshelf.
Oh, there you
What
go.
was I gonna say? Fridge. I thought I was gonna say.
This one's
Good.
gonna make
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just remembered.
No, you said, so was this from the Tasters,
Oh
draw
yeah,
and
so
everything?
yes.
or
So
is
two
this-
of the guys that are on that show are on the podcast.
Okay, so it is a podcast. That's what I thought. I remember you bringing it up a few times.
Yeah, so I've been ever since I was
Maybe I should-
ever since I was mid-teenage. Ever since
Hold
I
on a
was
second.
mid-teenagers, I loved watching those guys.
That's a big one.
Not wrong.
Anyway,
no,
I should start listening to that because I'm running out of.
because they're very topical. They're up
Podcasts
with
to
the
watch.
news, and I think you'll like them.
Probably.
The
And
problem
I
is,
need to. I reckon if I add more podcasts to the ones I listen to,
They're
it'll
less
get
likely.
rid of.
yes,
It'll get rid of the ones that are there just because I clicked on them once.
yes, correct.
The podcast that these two guys do, because apparently I was going to bring that up, that the YouTube channel I found earlier of the two Australian brothers, right?
Mhm.
They do a podcast, and I went to click on it, and I was like, oh, I don't really like their video. I watched a little bit of their videos, and they didn't seem interesting. I was like, if I click and look at their podcast, it's going to keep coming up.
Yeah,
And I don't want that, so I'm going to ignore it.
there it is. I'm going to
But
share
that's-
the link for.
I really got to fix that with Spotify. It just makes things... It's so annoying not being able to, like, not even dislike a podcast, but block it or don't show me this. That's all I want is the don't show me.
Mm.
Or, like, don't recommend or yeah.
All right, I just sent you the link for the show, so you're welcome, I guess.
Thank you.
All right, on that
I'll make them a...
fluctuating note. Self-influxing? That's not a word.
I'm not signed in, though, so that's pretty useless. I'll just search it on my Spotify.
That's a lie, that's a lie.
Maybe you should actually use it when you catch me in a lie, eh? Because it doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't.
And Jackson.
I always come back. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie,
Perfect. I was hoping you'd jump into that one.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, I was done 10 minutes ago.
I was done an hour, 20 minutes ago.
Finished. I'm finished.
Done.